Back to your question, Christina, on how to persuade our elderly parents or loved one to move into an assisted living or nursing care facilities. Most of my clients were also asking the same question too. But first, we have to understand why people in general rejecting the idea of moving into a nursing care facility, particularly in Malaysia. From my observation, there are three main barriers here for our society in accepting aged care facility services. First is the psychological barriers of the elderly people. Traditional Asian culture place a very heavy emphasis on filial piety value. The children must support and care for their parents in old age. So can our parents accept the fact that we will place them into a nursing home? Maybe, but who is going to tell them the decision? It's going to be very, very tough. It's a very difficult decision for everyone in the family. Secondly, it's about fear. Our parents grew up in a different time. Consider what senior care was like back in their time. Back then, all folks' homes are dumping grounds by people who do not want to take care of their elderly. Furthermore, the feeling fear could be due to the moving out from their comfort zone and moving into a new and unfamiliar environment. And finally, family members' sense of guilt. Humans are compassionate and caring beings by nature. That's why you feel guilty when you place your parents into a nursing home. But remember, you are not alone. And it's natural to have such a feeling. Pressure from other family members as well, such as your siblings, aunties, uncles, they will put us into a very difficult situation when making a decision. They always label us as a bad son, the evil daughter in the family. So it's not just about us. It's about the whole family's value and the entire society's perceptions when dealing with placing an elder parents into a nursing home. So deciding to move your loved one into a nursing home is a big deal. It's a very difficult to change our elderly's perception towards all folks' home. Sometimes they rather die at home than come to any nursing care facility. This is reality. So at the beginning, don't push too hard. Don't try to convince them. We have to prepare early ourselves. Offer them some options and take it slowly. So before you decide on a place for your loved one to live, for example, visit a facility and see for yourself where they will be living. At least you must make sure it is a proper setup and ask yourself, do you like the environment or the facility? If not, don't bother to waste your time to take your loved one there. During your visit, please look at the facilities, the services. Is there a bedroom? Talk to the staff. Identify who are the person in charge, who are the customer service manager, who are the nursing manager, who are the key person that can answer most of your questions. In many scenarios, I think the first impression is very important. Look around, the cleanliness, the ambience, the residents, what are they doing? Look at their faces. If you have the opportunity, talk to them. If you smell of the urine, for example, there could be a problem with personal hygiene issue, or there is a problem with the incontinent care in that facility. And don't forget, one of the most important things that you need to observe during your visit to any care facility is about the safety and the emergency handling procedure. Ask the staff during the emergency, what would they do to your loved one? So it's best to start researching earlier before you have an immediate needs to move, since you will have more time, with your decision later. It's always good to expose the idea of assisted living to our loved one when they are still healthy. A lot of people say, oh, when they are healthy, no need to talk about the nursing home. But this is the time, this is the best time that you can actually bring up the idea, talk to them, not when they are sick, not when they are helpless. And you're going to tell them, moms, you're going to go for a nursing home and you will never come back. So talk to them when they are still healthy, when they can still make a decision for themselves. I still remember when my resident Albert came to meet us with his son and daughter-in-law. He seems particularly sad and quiet that time. I learned this occurred a week after his wife passed away, and the family made the decision to shift him into our facility. Clearly, that wasn't the best time to make that decision. His transition into our facility was very difficult and slow, even though he did it eventually. But it's going to be very difficult times for him and his family. So therefore, at Eden, we have what we call the transitional care model that would be able to help our client to prepare for the day earlier and easier. Christina, like I promised you earlier, I'm not trying to do any marketing and sales here. I just want to share that actually we offer different types of services to assist our client to phase into our care resident gradually. We don't tell our client or resident straight away come to us or to go to a nursing home for a longer term or for a long-term thing. They never go home anymore. Society to avoid social isolation. When you go for traveling or when your mate is going back to Kampong for a few weeks, send your parents to us for our respite care services. Stay in a resort-style aged care facility for them to familiarize with our residents and our staff. There is another program which is very interesting, and at the moment, most of our clients coming in through this channel is the post-hospitalization care. If they just discharged from the hospital, you will have a very good excuse to tell them, Mom, you cannot go home yet. We will look for a care facility for you like Eden, which you can continue your rehab program and continue your step-down care. This, again, would give them an experience to live in an aged care facility. Of course, when the time comes, when we really cannot handle them at home anymore, then the long-term care should be the solution. This is the most difficult decision for everyone in the family, but it will be easier if we had introduced them to the care home living through different programs earlier.